guy who was often referred to in the same conversations as Bo and as Vlad when he was coming up is Cavan Biggio, and this is something that we really want to talk about here on the show right now. Cavan Biggio, in the very few ABs that he had, in the very few games that he's had, has not looked, in my opinion, to be major league ready or up to game speed. Do you think that's an over-exaggeration?
It could be. I mean, We've only seen 4 at-bats. We've only seen him field a couple balls, right? He had actually one good dive and catch. You know what I mean?
He did.
But in the strikeouts he did have, it didn't look like he's up to game speed, like you said. It didn't look ready. And when you have someone like Santiago Espinal, who in this series overall ended up going 2 for 8, so, pretty average. But you can look at those 2 hits he did have. They were pretty clutch. Yep. And that might be, a bit of an exaggeration. Be like, oh, well, this is a clear example of why we need him over Biggio. Yeah. But in the end of the day, I think we both can say, compared to 2021, if we look at Espinal and Biggio, Espinal's the clear winner. Mm-hmm. He's the guy who, in my mind, I want to see take over second base. Mm-hmm. With that being said, maybe it might be time to send Biggio to the minors if he's not ready. If we see a couple weeks in, and maybe a month into the regular season, if Biggio is not looking good, he starts off exactly like he did last year, not looking good offensively, do we send him down to the minors, just like we did with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. and Teoscar Hernandez, to see if he can just find his way again offensively?
Well, it wouldn't be ideal, and it wouldn't be ideal because at this point, Biggio is actually 27 years old. That's getting up there for age, and it's like sending him down to the minors, you are starting to become, you should be a major league player. Like, at this point, I want to see what you have in the majors, so it's definitely not something that I want to do right away. I want him to succeed at the major league level and show that he can get up to game speed. However, using the example of Teoscar Hernandez, he was 26 when we sent him down.
Yep.
And prior to going down, this guy had an OPS of 780 and a batting average of 237. Mm-hmm. He got sent down to the minors. He said it was a life-altering change for him. It said it really changed his outlook on himself, on his career, how he plays baseball. He comes back up to the majors. Now he's Jose Bautista. Yeah. He bats 294 since he came back up and an 888 OPS. It changed things for him. Does that mean that it's going to do that to Cavan Biggio?
Not necessarily.
Absolutely not. That is not what that means.
But I think it gives Cavan Biggio the opportunity to not worry about finding everyday playing opportunities, and it gives him the opportunity to focus on his craft again, which he's not getting a lot of opportunities if he's splitting time with Espinal, who looks like he's ready for an everyday role.
It looks like he's ready to go. It looks like he will succeed with an everyday thing. And frankly, it's like, okay, we'll try him out, and if he doesn't, all right, well, Biggio, you get the slot again.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I think it would be fine, and I do have to ask, do you think it hurts his confidence to be sent down to the minors? Or
well, of course. You're not going to be thrilled about it for sure, guys. But you need to have that conversation. You can't just be like, all right, bye, no reason why. You'd be like, look, Biggio, we want to call you up June, July, when we're going to our postseason run. We know you're important to this team, but we need you to figure it out. And I think Cavan knows, especially if we send him out now, he'll be confused.
Yes.
If he struggles for a month or maybe 6 weeks into the season, I think he's like, well, crap, I'm kind of not surprised. I am doing bad. I'm getting pulled from games when critical situations coming up. It won't be a shock. But if you tell him, go figure it out, dude, we need you. We need lefties.
And I also think, too, it's like, if that's the case, and we're talking about, 4 weeks, 6 weeks into the season right now, shouldn't be happening now, but should be happening then if he continues to struggle, then I don't think that being in the majors is doing anything good for his confidence, because Twitter's going to be on his ass.
I'm on his ass.
YouTube's
on his ass.
It's like every social media outlet's going to be on this guy's ass, and he's going to know by watching the tape back, watching his film, watching his own literal ABs, trying to break them down, see what's wrong with him. He's going to see that and be like, holy shit, I look bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, if he's not watching his game footage back, then, what are you even doing, guy? You need to be getting better right now. So it's like, watching some of those ABs, I would be like, oh my god, I'm not good right now. I need to go figure myself out.
No, I agree. Cavan Biggio, it's something that I want to throw out to you guys, too. Do you think Cavan Biggio should be sent to the minors? Let us know your thoughts. It's interesting because we have seen it work in the past.
Yes. And I do hope, for Biggio's sake, that he has an exceptional major league career, and that if he gets sent down to the minors, it will do wonders for him.